Welcome to Ellis Mowers and More. Today we've got this Husqvarna HU700F self-propelled mower in that does not have any self-propel action going on it. So in this video I'm going to diagnose the problem, fix it for you, and fix any other issues that we have to hopefully get this self-propelled back working again. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is a HU700F Husqvarna. I got it in on a trade deal. Guy bought another push mower from me, and he said it ran. I knocked $20 off the price of my push mower to get it from him. So I don't have really much money in this, plus the price of the part that I'm about to show you. Honda GCV engine, front wheel drive, self-propelled, pretty good shape. One other thing I had to do to this is put a blade on it because the old blade was the mower was shaking a little bit. I put a new blade on it, and it is not shaking anymore, so that's good. Had a new blade in my stash here at home when Lowe's was doing a bunch of clearance, and I bought a bunch of blades. So, self-propel usually is one of three things. It could be that the teeth in the gears in the wheels have stripped out. That's a pretty common one. The second one could be a broken belt, and then the final one is going to be a busted or broken self-propel cable. In this case, it's the cable, at least the cable. I don't know if it's the wheels just yet, but we'll pull this little cover off here. We'll inspect the belt and everything, and I'll show you that the cable is broken. I've got the replacement cable. That link is in the description below. We'll put that cable on, and we should have this thing fixed. Now this does have the auto walk system, so we do have to take apart a little bit of this assembly up here in order to get it to work properly, to get the old cable off and get the new cable on. But it should be a pretty simple process. I'm going to go ahead and get started with disassembling it. It's not too bad. So one of the symptoms of a bad cable or a broken cable is when you come back here, and it could be a drive issue inside the handle, but you pull the cable and it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. That's usually an indication that something's going on either inside this mechanism or the cable itself. So I'm going to take this cover off here, which is a 5/16 inch socket, and show you what we have underneath here. It's not too, like I said, it's not too bad to change it out. So that reveals this right here, right? So to me, it looks like the pulley's good. It looks like the belt is good. The belt is stretching. I've already checked the pulley. The belt is fine on the main drive pulley there. So we just have to make this cable work, right? So this cable, it looks like it enacts something down here on the bottom. We pull it up, or it pulls the transmission up for it to engage the belt. So we're going to have to turn the mower on its side in order to do that. But first, what I've got to do is take the old cable off, which is going to involve taking that clip off, a couple of zip ties, and we got to get it around this little piece right there on the handle, a couple more zip ties, and a few T20 Torx up in the auto walk system in order to get this apart so that we can get the top of the cable out. I think it's T20 Torx. It could be T25. But we'll tackle this portion first, get that part of the cable in, and then we'll worry about the rest of the cable after that. So 6 Torx screws get you to this point. Try and make sure you don't lose that spring right there and that spring on this side. And so what happens is this goes in like so, just like that. So what you'll do is you'll take it out from around the cable here. It looks like you gotta take this little bushing out, and then literally it should just be a matter of popping that off right there. So that's good. We'll set this aside for a second, as I get the new cable out. Just make sure, you leave it up like that so you don't lose any of your bits and pieces, because that could be a pain to put back on. So we'll revisit that in just a second. A couple of zip ties, and then there should be just a clip down here on the bottom where this cable should just come right off. You may just have to pry it off. There we go. And then, like I said, we've got a clip on the side of the mower deck right there. And then just, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3 zip ties to get it off. And then you just slide it right through this little piece right here. You can just pull this plastic clip out if you need to. That's how easy it is to get off. So I'm going to show you how. I'm going to go ahead and take that completely off, and we'll get the new cable on next. So cable's off. I'll show you the break point. Somewhere down near the bottom, I was just able to pull the cable completely out. So that's pretty much done. We can toss it in the trash because it's no longer viable. This is our part number 532431649 for this new cable. So if you'll see, it's got this little spring end on it. That's what goes into the transmission to lift it up so that you can do what you need to in order to tighten the belt up so that the self-propel actually will work. So we're gonna put that on. I think I'm gonna put that on first before we put the clip on here, and then we'll feed everything up through the handle and put it onto the top auto walk system handle in the very end, because this can be a little bit tricky to get on with the amount of clearance and stuff that we have, and so I want to make it as easy as possible for us to get this cable on. So what I'm going to do is turn the mower on its side. I'm going to feed this cable through this area right here, and then we'll hook this in place, feed it all the way up the handle, and put it in the auto walk handle. So here I am under the mower. What I did is I actually took the baffle off here to give me a little bit more access. It's just 2 1/2-inch bolts, and so that's again super easy to do. I do have a bolt I need to tighten down here anyway. But the hole for this is right here. It kind of escaped me for a few minutes because it was a little bit covered in grass. But what you do is you hook the spring in like so, and then you come to the top side over here, and I'll show you the top side because this is important how the cable's routed on the top side. So the cable goes like through this slot right here to go to the bottom. You don't want it to go around anything because you don't want excessive wear. So it goes through this little slot, and then you clip it in. And this just clips in. So I'm going to go to the top of the machine. We'll put the cable back on there, and then we'll zip tie it and all that good stuff and be done here in just a second. Okay, so here is how this goes into the handle. Just like so. So what I did in order to do it is I took the little white bushing off that was right here, put the little pin in for it, and then the hardest part is getting it into this little guide here. So you got to go under here, over here, and under there, and then you put the nut into the position right there. So now what we can do is I can put the guide back on it. We can get this thing set up to put everything back on here. Which may take just a second, but so it's a little bit tricky, but we'll put this through, and then I'm holding on to everything while we're doing this so we don't lose anything. I will put this piece on the back here. It should go into a couple of guides, just like so. I think we got it in. We do. Okay. And then we have, let's see, we've got one screw that goes in by itself. We'll put that one in first so that we don't lose anything. Okay. And now I'll get y'all on the back side of this so you can kind of see a little bit how to put this on. Then the rest of these just kind of go all together here. So you see that one screw? That way you can get everything by itself and not have any issues. You actually got a second screw here that you could put in also. And then we'll put these last 4 screws in. What I'm going to do is put, let's see, the ones that attach it to the handle in now, so we don't have any issues there. And then last but not least, we'll put this screw in. And now, if we come over here, we may have to adjust this a little bit, but you can see that we have, yeah, we're going to have to adjust this a little bit because I think it's too tight, but we'll get it. You can see that it's pulling back. Like I said, I think it's a little bit tight, and so what I'm going to do is loosen everything up a little bit here and make it so that it is not as tight, which we should just be able to take a wrench, like a 7/16 wrench, and just kind of, it's going to be a 10 millimeter, and we're just going to tighten this up so that we don't have any tension or breaking in the cable again. So I'm going to get this adjusted. That feels much better already. So I think this cable may have been just a little too tight, but when you come over here, we pull it back, you're going to see the belt engage like it's supposed to. See that? I think I've got to have a little bit of WD-40 and I got to loosen it up just a little bit more. But I'm going to do that, give everything a nice little lube, make sure everything's straight on it, nothing's binding, and we will be done with this video here, or done with this video and done with this repair here, hopefully in just a second. So before I put the cover back on, I just want to make sure that the cable and everything works like it's supposed to. I did loosen it up, which in essence is actually turning this to the right here to tighten it so that it gives the cable more travel. So if we look here, you can see it's working, and then if we go over here, you can see that it is engaging the self-propel like it's supposed to. So it still feels a little tight, even though I've got it on the loosest setting I can have it on. So I've been trying to work it a little bit to see if I can get it better, but it should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and start this mower up, and we're going to make sure that the self-propel works now with the new cable on it. that's good. Super nice. The only thing left for me to do is to put that 5/16 inch screw onto the cover, or the cover screw on, and then a couple zip ties for the cable, and we should be done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll finish this video up next. So there we go, guys. That is how to replace one of these self-propel cables on a Husqvarna HU700F. A lot of other similar models as well. Front wheel drive. Only got $20 in this machine as a trade-in, and then probably another 20 bucks between the blade and the cable, because I got the blade for really cheap, and the cable isn't all that expensive either. So I should stand to make about $100 on it. So it should sell from anywhere between about $140 to $160, which would be great, even without the bag and the discharge chute. So that will be very nice. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. It's always nice to get a trade-in that doesn't really need a lot, but I figured that this would be a good how-to tutorial. I'm trying to make my videos a little bit shorter and more concise here in 2025, so I'm working on that as I create new videos. Hopefully y'all enjoy this style. Just trying not to waste people's time, you know, with stuff that people don't really care about. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and we got this thing back ready to go again for the spring when the grass starts growing. Thanks again for watching this video, and I will catch y'all on the next one.